Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will talk about Power BI dashboards, how to create impactful Power BI dashboard. So if you can see, this is my Power BI dashboard panel where you can see all the data cards, and then if I click on the dashboard icon, I will be redirected towards my product page. If I want to go towards geography page, I can click on geography. This will redirect me towards the geography page where I can see the analysis on geography. So overall, I will be working on this dashboard. So what is the objective? So I have the data set on a retail company called Eastside, which has the sales in all across the world, right? So we have the sales in more than 150 countries, and then the states, there are roughly around 1000 states where we are present. So the objective of this dashboard is to analyze and generate some insights and answer some of the questions which are given in the case study. So this video will be very interactive, plus it will be very informative for the people who are looking for Power BI tutorials. And if you watch this video till the end, I can assure you that you can create your first Power BI report without purchasing any course. Alright, so let's get started. Alright guys, so now we are on Power BI desktop. As you can see, this is the e-commerce case study. Now let's see what the case study is all about. We have a data set of 51,290 records. It comprises of sales data for East Side Company. It is a retail company that deals in various categories like fashion, auto, accessories, electronics, and home and furniture. Alright, so dataset has order ID, product name, product category, sales, profit, shipping cost, customer name, state, country. All these are the columns which I will showcase you after a while. And the time frame given for this data set is 1 year. So I have the data for year 2022 from January till December. 12 months data I have. Right. So this is how it looks like. So this is my data set for sales. You can see here total number of records are 51,290. Order ID is my unique key. Then there is order date, shipping date, what is my aging, ship mode, product category. So you can see there are 4 product categories: auto and accessories, electronic, fashion, home and furniture. Right, under each category there are multiple products. Total I can see there are 42 distinct values, so there are 42 unique products which I already have. So this is my sales. Quantity is also present. What is the discount, what is the profit, then shipping cost. I have the order priority, customer ID, who purchased actually, then customer name, segment, city, state, country and region. So we have all these data. Now if we see, there is one more table by the name of returns. So these are some of the records out of the sales table which are returned by the customer. So for example, you see the total order IDs here are 795 versus the total order ID of 51,290. So there are some of the order IDs from this table which are returned, right? So ultimately, in order to get the net sales, I have to deduct my returns from the sales. So net sales would be the sales which has happened, this sales column, minus the returns amount, right? This is how my net sales will be calculated, because this is the amount which I got back from the customers. I have to keep this in my inventory, right? So ultimately the net sales would be the sales minus the return amount. So that I will show you how to calculate, and then we will work on the data set. And these are some of the questions which are needed to be addressed to fulfill the case study. First is, what is my category wise sales for the year? Then what is my geography wise sales? Which are my top 5 products with respect to sales? Which are my bottom 5 products with respect to sales? So it is very important to understand which are my top 5 products. Those can be named as hero articles, top performer articles, which you need to keep all across. Your inventory should always be full with these products because these are your top sellers, right? Then should I continue any product? And before this, there is one more question: which are my top 5 products with respect to net margin? So there is a difference. My top 5 products can be according to sales, according to net margin, those can vary, right? And should I continue any product? So there are n number of products in this data set. I think there are 42 products, distinct products. So out of 42 products, is there any product or is there a group of products which needed to be discontinued because they are not performing well? Maybe those products are giving you losses or something. So is there any product? Is there any trend? Can you identify that? Then is company profitable? Is your company profitable, and what is the month-wise trend? Is there any particular pattern that you can understand? How many customers as well as orders that are received from each state? Can you identify that? And then what is my average order value for each customer? And which are my top 5 countries with respect to sales as well as net margin? So these are some of the questions which we'll address in this particular tutorial. So now let's get started. If we see, my first step would be to get the return value in this particular table. So for this, I will go to my editor. I'll click on three dots, click on edit query. Alright, so now what I have to do is I have to merge sales with returns table. On what basis? On the basis of order ID. So on the basis of order ID, I want to add one more column on the sales table, which will show me this returns amount, this sales amount. If I can fetch this column in the sales table, my problem is solved, because if I get this column, sales amount column, then I can subtract this sales amount column from the sales column so that I can get the net sales. All right. So my first step would be merge queries. Then it should be merged with the returns table on the basis of order ID. And then the join would be left outer. Left outer will give you all the records from the left and the matching from the second. And click OK. So now this table has been created. Click on this double-sided arrow and unselect all the columns and select only sales amount, because you are concerned with the sales amount column. These already are present in this existing table. Click OK. Alright, so now we have the sales amount. Now, one important step before going ahead, you should always replace the nulls with 0, because if you are subtracting any value with null, that will not give you the correct value. So if I have to replace, I'll click on replace values, and value to replace is null, replace with 0, right? And click OK. So all the nulls will be replaced with 0. Now you can add a column. Click on custom column. Now it would be net sales. It is equal to my sales. Double click here and then click minus, and then go to return sales amount and double click. So this is sales minus return sales, and click OK. So now I have received the net sales. Now you can go back to the Power BI desktop, click close and apply. Alright, so you can see there is one more column that has been created, net sales. Right, now what I can do is I can create the DAX for this. So click on, go back to the data, click on table tools, click new table. I'm just creating one more table to keep the DAX. So I can just click one dot key is equal to and enter. Oh, it should be one and enter. Right, so this has been created. Now I can add multiple DAX in this particular table. This will give me clarity and understanding where all the DAXs are present. Click new measure. Now if I have to click create net sales, it should be equal to net sales. Calculate sum of net sales column, right? And then bracket closed. So now my DAX for net sales is already there. Now let's create net margin. Net margin should be equal to calculate divide. So net margin would be profit divided by net sales, right? So profit, it should be sum of profit, bracket closed, right? And then net sales, comma 0. All right. So now my net margin is also calculated. So if I click on the new page, click on visualizations, I just get the card and see what value it is showing net margin. So the visual can't be displayed. So there must be some error with the DAX. Let's see what is the issue. So it is giving me divide sum of sales of profit by net sales. So see, net sales is a DAX, right? And this is coming from column. So what if I remove net sales from here and have net sales from the sales table itself? Will it solve the problem? No. So this is not the issue. So why, what are the reasons? So first of all, to troubleshoot, you just see click details. This might give you the issue. So calculation error in measure this. The function sum cannot work with values of type string. All right. So the net sales that we have created, this is not a number or a decimal data type. If you go to sales table, net sales, see this data type is text. So click here, you can click on decimal number. If you feel this is whole number, then you can click on whole number as well, but to be on a safer side, I'll click decimal number. And do you want to continue? Yes. So this is how you troubleshoot any issue. So now you can see the values are coming. Net margin is 0.45. You want this in percentage, so click here and click on percentage sign on top. All right, so now you have got the net margin. And if I remove this and I see the net sales, I'm getting net sales. Now I can change the display units. I can click on none and click on the comma. It will give me correct representation with dollar sign. Yes. So my net sales is also fixed. All right. So now let's start building the dashboard. So this is my dashboard. You can say main page for now, right? I will import the image for the background. Click on canvas background, browse. This is my image, right? Transparency, let's say for timing 0 and fit 2. All right, so this is there. Now you want to set up the blocks. So click on image, click on shapes, click on the rectangle. So this was my first block, if you see there, right? And this color is gray, or you can say white. All right, now you can just copy paste and you can just mold the shapes according to your need, right? The color of this in my dashboard is somewhere around blue, right? Let's say this one it is. Transparency is 10%. Now if I control C control V, right? So now these two blocks are created. Now we need to add one more block. You can just copy this block and add it towards the right. So now our basic structure is built, right? Now I need to change the color. So for this, my style color would be, click on more colors. It is 70 BBFF, correct, and 10%. So this is my correct color. Now coming to the second one, click here, more colors. It is 41 A4FF. This is my color with 10% transparency. And now coming to the third one, the color should be hash OD 6ABF, or I think it is 0. Yes, and transparency is 0%. Alright, so now we have the basic structure. I can add one more to add it over here. The beauty is you can just drag and drop, you can change the size as per your need, right? Now you need to add the data cards. So for example, first data card is my net sales. So my net sales is this 8.25 million. I just need to change, go to call out value, display unit should be none, right? This is fine. Now I need to change the font size. Let's say it is 20 or 24, right? And I have to remove the label, and I have to remove the background as well. Go to background. Now background has been deleted. Now if we go towards general, go to title, click on, and this is my net sales, and then the horizontal alignment should be in the center, right? And the color of this title should be gray, and the color of the value, call out value, should be white. So somehow it should look like the way I have already created. See, we can just see it is a quick hack. Let me see the call out value. It is 30, and what is the size of the title? Title is 14 and 30. So we can just take that to make it easy for us. This is 30, and if I go to general title, this is 14. Perfect, right? So this is how it is. And then if I just copy paste, right? So now if we can see, we can just drag and drop again. Right, and we can shift accordingly, right? So now this is there. All right, so this is more in the top layer, right? Now it should be shifted towards this. Alright, so now I have to include one shape, that is line, and the rotation should be 90 degree. Right, and place this in the middle. The color of this shape should be gray. Then change the border color to gray, right? Now it is looking good. Yes, similarly place the same data card over here and over here. So you can see this is how it is there. Alright, so now let me change the data cards here. So this should be my sales, right? Just sales. So let me just change the formatting for this as well. It should be in dollars, and change the title from going to general and title. This is my sales. Now this should be my return amount, and change the title to return. Go to fields, click on return amount, right? Again change the formatting for this. Right, so if you see, my first row is completed. 82 lakhs 49,600. Sales is 83 lakhs 61,964, and this is what I am getting: net sales, sales and return. So this is there. Now I should get here profit. So what is my profit? Let's see, my profit is 37 lakhs 29,000, right? So again this should be in dollars, so I can change the formatting from here, and it should be 0, and go to the formatting, general, title, and select profit. Alright, this should be my net margin. So go to net margin, remove the field which was already there, select net margin, and this should be my net margin, which is 45.21%. And now I want one horizontal line, so I just click here, rotation, go back to 0 degree, and then expand. Right, so this is how you will create. Now let me just add all the data cards. There is a quick hack. If all the values are not aligned, so what you can do is you can just select the objects which you want to align, and then go to format and select align, distribute horizontally. Right now it is already aligned, but it was not. Then if you click distribute horizontally, it would have aligned properly the way it is now, right? So this is nice. I mean, you should definitely use this to save your time. Alright, so now you have already added what should be the data card over here: total customers, total orders. So I'll just select customer. Total customer should be distinct count of customer ID. Select customer ID, select here count of distinct. So it is 51,290, right? You can again change the formatting for this. Okay, so from here you can't. So either you create a DAX where you can use select distinct count and then in brackets customer ID, and then there you can change the formatting, because this customer ID is text, it is not in numbers, so I can't change the formatting from here. Or either I can change the data type from here, but it is not required right now, so let it keep this way itself. Now this should be my number of orders, So click here and select order ID. From sales, this is my order ID. Select count of distinct. Right here my order IDs and profit both are same. The title should be number of customers, right? Total customers. And this should be total orders in the given time frame. This is my average customers per month. So I can create one DAX for this. Create new measure. Oops, I think this is column. Click on cross, go back, click new measure, average customers per month. So what will be the formula according to you? Calculate distinct count of customer ID. Right, from this I will get total distinct count, but now I have to calculate average customers per month, so I have to divide this by 12. Divide by 12 and press enter. So now if I select average customer instead of this, I will get 4274.17. Same 4274, right? So right now it is in decimal. I can change this in without decimal and click on comma, and this is my average customers per month. Similarly, average orders per month should be in the same manner. Calculate distinct count of order ID, right, divided by 12. This is per month. This is average orders per month. Go to visual, select average orders per month. All right, now you can again change formatting from here. It is as simple as that. So now this is created, right? So now you can see this is more or less same. You can click and select performance overview here, click on insert, click on text box. This is performance overview. So if I select this, it should be in, let's say, dark blue. Font size should be 20 or let's say 24, and background should be off. So now let me make it bold. Yeah, this is better, right? So now I have already created this. Now I need to add the text here. Click on style, go to text, click on and select here, go to dashboard or whatever it is written, click to view dashboard, click to view dashboard, right? You can make it bold, you can increase the font size, right? So this is how it will look like. Now here I need to add the geography presence. Again I need to add the text, so I can select this and drag it over here. Select geography presence. Oops, geography presence. It should be in white, bold, and increase the font size. Let's say 18 or 28, and make it center aligned. Alright, now you have to add the country. So for this, again add the text. Or first of all it would be regions, right? How it is written here, regions. Alright, it should be bold and white in color. Text can be somewhere around 14. Yeah, this looks good. And again the color should be not white, let's say it is gray. Yeah, so this looks good. Now I need to copy this, again copy this, again copy this. Yeah, so now I have regions. This is my countries, this is my state, this is my city count. Right, now you need to add number of regions, which will be the data card. Let's say I add this right here. Let's say my regions data will come, remove this, select region, and again it should be distinct count, right? And remove the title. Click on general and click off for the title. So now you will be left with only a digit, and let's say the value is 20, right? So this is how you will get the value. And for this I want state, so I can just easily deselect the region and click on state, and for count distinct it is 1094. Again select this, and this should be again for my state. Alright, so for that I need to select country. I selected state. Alright, so go back to country, select country, remove the state, and this is for country distinct count. So my total number of countries where I'm present is 147. And select distinct count. Alright, so you can see now you can easily understand what is my net sales, how much is my sales, what was return, profit, total customers, average customers per month, net margins, total orders, total what is my average orders per month, and then geography presence, how many regions I'm present in, number of countries, states, cities. Right, now we have to move towards the product page and then move towards the geography page. So let's create another table. Let's create a duplicate of this, or rather it is not required. So let's create a new page and again import the same background and image fit 100% and transparency is 0. Alright, so now as you can see this is created as it was. You just need to add the title, retail sales performance summary, each side, that you will do, I'm sure. Right, now if I click on the click to view dashboard, this is how it comes. Right, now instead of going to create this, so let's say if I have to create this in my new page, what I have to do is I have to click on insert, go to shapes, click on the rectangles. So this is how you have to just create, and I have given the style as golden color, background is on. Okay, it is shape, so you can just click on style and fill with golden. it is this one, right? So this is created. Alright, so now if I have to create this, right, so let me just add the buttons also. So let me just copy this and make it smaller, right? I can add one more. Alright, so you can change the color of them. I can make it lighter. Right, so these are my 3 buttons. This is my home, so click on text, home, it should be bold, right? This is my product page, and this is my geography page. Alright, so now this is created. I need to add one more button, or you can say shape of rectangle with curly borders. This is my reset button. Click on text is reset, right? The background should be, let's say, this one. Alright, so you can change the aesthetic look the way you want. If you don't like the background, you can change whatever you want to. I just want to show you one example how we can create. Right now I need to add the filter of the month. This is my filter. Where is my date? This is my date, order date, right? Make it date hierarchy, right? I want month only. So these are my month, and then go to format, slicer, settings, style should be tile, then play with the tiles. I can just remove the title as well, right? This is not title in this. This is my slicer header. Click off, right? And background is also not required. Go to effects, click on off, right? So this is there. Now I can change the color of the tiles as well. Go to values, background should be, let's say, purple, right? And the color of the font is white, and make it bold. Go back to values and make it bold values with 12 as the font size. Right, so my filter panel is there. Now the second one is I have to create this graph. This is quite easy. You just need to drag the clustered column chart, select month, or rather you have selected quarter and month both, right? And then net sales, right? So this is how it is there, correct? You can just change the shape and size according to your needs. I don't want the title of the x-axis. For y-axis I don't need anything. Select title off as well, right? I don't want background, so go to effects and turn it off, right? If I go to title, it should be in the middle. Net sales by quarter and month is fine as of now, and it should be white middle, correct? And now change the border and the background. Background is somewhere in blue, light blue, right? Now change the column colors. So if I go to visual, I have to change the column colors, right? So go to columns, and default should be this. Or if you want to make it conditional, if my values are higher, then it should be darker. If values are low, it should be lighter. So click on FX, take it lower one as this, higher value as darkest, and click OK. Right, so it will show me like this, but this is strange, it is showing me blue color. So what exactly is the challenge? Let me just remove it again, apply more colors. So now FX, lowest value is this one, highest is this one. It is on first date hierarchy month, and click OK. Alright, now this is one trick. Now if you just select again, go to another one and select net sales and date. Right, now you need to remove the year and day. Now if you go to general, or rather let's work on the columns first, FX, it should be from light yellow to goldish color, and click OK. You can see the difference. Right, now you click on general, go to effects, background should be light blue. Right, and go to title, it should be bold, color should be white, and it should be in the middle. Right, so what is the difference between these two? So here, if you have noticed, I took the date from order date by selecting month and quarter only. Here anyway both are there, but I selected date, order date initially, and then removed from here. So this makes some differences, right? Otherwise there is no such difference. I can just remove this, click here, and adjust the graph according to your need. Right, I can remove the title of the x-axis and y-axis. Click on the format your visual, x-axis, turn it off, the title, and now in y-axis I have to turn off the title as well as the y-axis because it is not required. So now my first graph is done. Now if I come towards this graph, and this is my matrix chart, so click here, and this is on product, right? So I have to select the product. So for product, first of all, what is my net sales? Then what is my, okay, so for percentage, again I have to take net sales, and to make it percentage of total, just click here, go to show value as percentage of grand total. So this will show the contribution. So if you see, my fashion is contributing 63% out of total sales. Home and furniture is second with contribution of roughly 20%. So this is how you will see, and then I'll select the profit, and then finally I have to select the net margin. Alright, so this is there, this is sorted. I have to make it aesthetically appealing. First of all, let me add the icons in the net margin. Click here, click on conditional formatting, click on icons. So this is already like created. Click on net margin. See, from 0 to 33 I want red, from 33 to 67 I want yellow, and from 67 to 100 I want green. So you can see from here, if the net margin is more than 67%, that means it is doing great. So I want green icon. If it is between 33 and 67, so it is not bad, it is not red, so yellow is the good color for that. And if it is below 33%, so I am mentioning it as a red, and click OK. So you can see there is one red which is in home and furniture. You can see the net margin is less than 40%, this is 35%. So yeah, so we can improve on home and furniture. We can see what are the challenges and how to improve, because anyway this is my second highest category in terms of sales. So if I can improve the margins for this particular category, I can overall improve the net margins. All right, so I can drill down this and see for fashion which are the products which are giving me good margins, good sales, right? And I can just check for all the products itself. If I click double arrow down, so it will show me all the products, right? So if I see, this is how it is showing. I just need to change the color formatting. So if I click here, first of all, I'll change the column header. So text color can be white, background can be golden color, right? It can be bold. Right, now I have to change the color of this. So let me change the property going to visual. Okay, style preset, make it minimal. All right, now after minimal, I have to add the color background in the body. So if I go to values, background should be light, right? Again, alternate background should be the light one. All right, so this is there, added. Now alternate text color is black, which is fine. Options I don't need to work on. Column headers, text is white and background is this one. Yeah, so yeah, this is there. I can change the color of the totals as well. Let me just merge them, go to column grand total or row grand total. Background color should be this one, right? So I think this is fine. If you want to keep this one, this is the one, and text color as white, so this is also fine. And if I go back to this, select, yeah, this is looking good. Anyway, this is person to person, like how you would like to use the colors, and it is really important to use good colors because that will make your report more appealing and more readable, right? So now I need to change, like remove the background as well. You can see the white background is there. So if I go to effects, remove the background, right? So this is done now. So I have created this chart, I have created this one. Now I need to create the pie chart as well. So let me just add the pie chart here. Let me add the categories. Now I need to bifurcate the category on the basis of net sales. So this is there. Now instead of working again on this, the color coding, it is the best possible way if I can use the existing chart. So if you click on the existing chart with the right formatting, click on format painter from here, click, and then you can just click over here. And this is the beauty, you don't need to work again and again. Whatever the features of this particular graph has been transferred to the pie chart. So this is my net sales by the product category, and you can see my highest pie is from fashion. Now there is one more thing I can do. I can add the tooltip on the pie chart. So if I hover on the tooltip, I will see what is my net profit, a number of customers for this particular category, and so on and so forth. So here there is a tooltip option. So if I add the customer, right, and then make it distinct count, then create order, and then create distinct count. Then I can add, let's say, products. So this will give me how many products are there in that category, distinct count. So if you hover here, you can see the product category is fashion. Total sales is 52 lakh dollars. Then count of order ID is 30,764. So total orders in this particular category is 30,764. Number of customers are 30,775, and total products under this particular category are 11. And if you want to change the name of them, so you can just change from here. You just double click here, and for example from here you want to write number of orders. Now if you see here, over here you will see number of orders instead of count of order ID, right? So this is how you can change. This will help because once the business user is using this dashboard, he will hover here and he can see all the things here. This is the best part. Otherwise your data set can also show. For example, if I see the data set, right, for example, I can just copy this and see what is my total sales, right? So then what is the purpose of the dashboard? The purpose of the dashboard is to show other things which we can't see in the dashboard, in the data set. So see, if you hover here, you can see directly that there are 11 products in this category. 30,775 customers are purchasing from this category. If I go to second best category, there are around 10,000 customers who are purchasing for this category, and there are 10 products. So you can see this is the contribution. Home and furniture is providing 20%. Highest is from fashion, which is 63%, right? So this is how you can create. So my product table, or you can say product page, is done. And how to, link this. For example, if I have to click here, click on dashboard, I should go to page 1, and this is my product, right? And in this, make this dark so that everyone understands when you are here that this is for product. Correct? Click here, go to style, it should be darker. Correct. Now I can see this is for product. Right, now go to view, click on bookmark and click add. This is my product page. And if you want to change the reset, click on action on, type is bookmark, and you can add this bookmark, product bookmark. Right, now go to main page, click on this block, click on action on, and then type is bookmark, and bookmark name is product. So now if I click here, control plus click, it will redirect me to the product page. Now you can see product is highlighted. This is my product page. Right, now if I select running shoes, right, now if I select reset, it will go back to my original default values. Right, so this is the power of reset button as well. So if you click on multiple objects and then you want back to the default settings, click on reset, that's it. Right, so this is how you can create. Now coming to another page, so I'll just make it a duplicate page. This is my geography. Right, in geography this should be back to the normal color, and geography should be highlighted. Right, I should see that this is geography page. And in geography, if I go, I have this, everything is same, I just need to add the charts. Right, remove this. So click on the map from the visual. Right, now you want to add the regions. So you can add the countries first and the net sales. So you can see in the graph, it is present all across the world. Right, so this is my North America, this is my United Kingdom graph, this is my Australia graph, this is my India graph, and below is the Pan India graph. So let's see how we can bifurcate this. Right, so let me remove this. This is my Pan India, so no need to change anything in this. Right, so if you are saying that I have created this kind of graph where I can see the pattern, where it is dark, it is showing me more color, more sales, and lighter the region, the lesser is the sale. So if you want this kind of graph, then you have to use a different map. So currently I'm using this map. Now you have to use the filled map. So if I click on filled map, So you can see this is how it will change. And now if you want to change the color of the fill, you go to the format your visual, right, fill colors, and then click on FX, right. Lightest should be light yellow and highest should be this one. And then you can add a middle color as well to make it more interactive. For example, if you add, let's say, this color, click OK. This will show me, like, for example, highest contribution is from the darkest one, and pink one is showing me which are in the middle, which are not less and not highest, right. And the lightest ones are the lowest selling countries. All right, so this is how you can picturize. Now let's go to country wise maps. Click here and then go to country, select, and then net sales. Okay, so this is my nets, my sales for pan India, rather this is for worldwide. Now if I want to make it pan India, go to filters, in country, select only India. If you click India, this sale will be only for India, right. Now if you say that I can see only one icon, this is for India, here I can see there are multiple bubbles. The reason is, here I have selected the country location, here I have selected the city location, or rather state. If I select city, then there would be more bubbles, right. So for example, if I select state rather than country, let's see what is the difference. See, this is how it will show. If I select city, and so this is how it will show. There is one outlier, so you can say Salem, it is Indian city as well as it is in America, so you can exclude for the time being. Right click and click exclude. Now it will show me all the cities in India, right. So wherever the bubble is bigger, the sales is higher, right. So you can see it is present all across the India. If you add one more graph, let's say you want to add for, let's say, Australia, right. So here again, instead of India, you will select Australia. And here, see, this is the beauty. If you select Australia, you can see these are the correct mapping, but there are so many outliers like orange, turquoise, then Newcastle. See, Newcastle is in UK as well as in Australia, but here in our data set it is in Australia. So it is very important for us to map. So how we can map this? Under each state, for example, if I select here state and drag it over the visual, okay, so I can see all the states are coming: Australian Capital Territory, New South Wales NSW, Northern Territory, Queensland, South Australia, Tasmania, Victoria, and WA, Western Australia, right. So I don't need to select any particular one because these are anyway all across. So best way for now is to exclude them, or you can work on state, because state wise it is not coming, there is no challenge across. Yeah, so if I select state, I am getting Western Australia, I am getting Northern Territory, South Australia, Queensland, New South Wales, and Victoria, and Tasmania as well. So this is how you can see, and I can see from Queensland my net sales is roughly around $100,000, right. Now here also I can add in the tooltip. I want to add how many customers are buying from New South Wales, let's say. So it should be count distinct, then how many orders are coming, count distinct, and then what is my net margin from these places, right? And then what is the profit, and finally shipping cost. Because we are dealing with the geography, shipping cost is important, right? Now coming back to Australia, if I select Queensland, I can see Queensland is giving me sales of $100,000. Number of customers are 717, right? Net margin is roughly around 47%. We saw the average of worldwide net margin is 45. So Queensland is doing fairly a good job, which is above the average. Then sum of profit is 52,000, and then shipping cost is roughly around 5,000. So this is how you can see in New South Wales, you can see the net sales is roughly around 123,000, and then number of customers are roughly same as in Queensland, which is 781, and net margin is again good, it is more than 45%, and then profit is 56,000, and shipping cost is roughly around 5,600. Right, similarly I can add this in India map, I can add this in world map, right? So this is how you can play with the data, and here you can see I have added the net shipping cost as well in this particular table. You can add this, add a column over here, and this will be there, right? So I can see for t-shirts my sum of shipping cost is 40,000, right? So this is highest. Now I just want to make it work like the way product was working. So now if I have to click on product, it should be on, and here it should be bookmark to product, because if I have to go back to the product, it should give me product page, right? And home page. Okay, so for main page, for this page also I have to create a bookmark. So click on view, bookmark, and then add. This is my main page, right? And if I click on view board, this is my product page, right? Now I have to create a bookmark for the geography also. Click add. This is geography, right? So right now I'm not adding the graphs here the way it was added in the existing demo one. So you can just create the borders here and add and create and format them in the aligned manner, and this will be created, right? I am more focused towards the functionality here, how to navigate from one page to another. So for product it is already created, right? If I have to create for home, click on, type should be bookmark, and bookmark name is main page, right? So I can click here and I can go to the main page. Reset should be created to geography, right? So this is set. If I go to product, I have to make this work. Click on bookmark, bookmark should be towards geography. This is set, correct. So now if I test this, so this is my home page. If I click on the dashboard, so this will give me the product page, right? Now I want to go to geography, this will give me geography. If I want to go back to the product, I can go back to the product. If I want to go back to the home page, from here I can go, but this is not created. Let me just check. Okay, it is off. Click on, and then here type it should be bookmark, and then bookmark should be main page, right? Now if I want to go back to home page from here, I can click here and then go back to the home page, right? So this is how the navigation works. You just need to understand how the bookmarks works, like how to add the bookmark and how to implement them. Click on here, you will be navigated towards the product page. If you click on geography, you will be navigated to the geography page, right? So this is how the dashboard is created. Now I just want to go back to the questions. So these were the 10 questions. What is my category wise sales for the year? So if I go back to the product, so can you see the category wise sales, year wise or month wise? If I click on electronic, you can see the sales. Okay, so let me just add the data cards here. One second, go to data labels, click on, right, value should be off, display units should be none, right, and then change the interaction, click on format, click edit interaction and set on. Right, now that I have selected electronics, so electronics I can see month on month. So in January it was 31,000, in December it is roughly around 34,000, highest was in the month of October, 39,000. If I check for the auto and accessories, you can see the pattern. If I go to home and furniture, oh my god, so home and furniture from January to October it was roughly around $100,000, but then in November it was somewhere around $450,000. So this is huge, right? And then if I go to fashion, it is somewhere around $400,000. So this is good. Yes, I think if I sort this on the basis of net sales, number one is fashion, second is home and furniture, then third is auto and accessories, and finally electronics. Great. So this is my category wise sales for the year, right? Now coming to geography wise sales. So if I want to see geography wise, can I see? So here I need to add this particular graph. Let's say I just control C this and go to geography and control paste. Right now, and again here I have to change for geography. This is only for product. Go to region, add region, country, then state. You can add so many fields in the matrix tables. This is amazing. I really love matrix table. So here you can see there are so many regions from Central, South, EMEA, North, Africa, Oceania till Canada. If I further drill down from Central, I want to see in Central I can see France is there, United States, Germany, El Salvador, Honduras, then so many countries are there, right? In France I want to drill down and see how many states, state-wise sales, and then in state-wise, city-wise sales I can see, right? So now if I want to see for France, I'll just click on France. Let me change the interaction, go to format, edit interaction and click on filter, right? So for France you can see this is how the pattern is. In November I am getting $50,000 somewhere around, otherwise the average is roughly around $35,000, right? And if I want to check for, let's say, complete South region, right? So South region is somewhere around 87,000 monthly. In month of November it is roughly around 135,000, right? I can further deselect and I can check for any particular region or country or state or city, right? And then which are my top 5 products which with respect to sales. Going back to the product, top 5 products. For this I need to go to the next level on the sorting on the basis of net sales. So top 5 products are t-shirts, T-Tech watch, third is running shoes, fourth is jeans, fifth is formal shoes. These are my 5 products, top selling products, right? Which are my bottom 5 products? So now again sorting them in the descending order, or rather ascending. So bottom 5 are keyboard, LCD, mixer juicer, watch and mouse. These are my bottom 5 products in terms of sales. And now if I have to check which are my top 5 products with respect to net margin, so going back to the page, on the basis of net margin, I'll sort this on the net margin. So these are my top 5 products: tire, car pillow and neck rest, then Apple laptop, t-shirts and car speakers. These are my 5 top products on the basis of net margin. I have net margin of more than 58% for these 5 products. This is amazing, right? So now, should I discontinue any product? This is important. Should I discontinue? Like, you have these products. If you see here, my watch, anyway my watch net sales is roughly around 22,000, which is not that significant, where I can see shoe rack is giving me $150,000, then sportswear is giving me $240,000. So why I am selling watch which is giving me only $22,000 for 1 year with margin of only 15%, where my average is 45%. If I remove or discontinue watch, maybe my net margin average can increase from 45 to, let's say, 48% maybe. So you have to justify, because we can't remove suits because it is giving me $300,000 sales, so it is not bad. Maybe the margins are not that great, but I'm getting good sales, right? Then mouse is giving me $24,000 sales only with margin of 18%. So you can just create a combination of sales and net margin. Wherever the sales is low and margin is low, we can discontinue those kind of products, because ultimately we have to sell those products where we are having the high margin. Now, is company profitable and what is the month-wise trend? Definitely, if you see, the net margin is somewhere around 45%, right? So definitely the company is profitable. Now if I want to have the trend month-wise for the margin, so let me just add this particular graph, and then margins can be added in the line y-axis. So see, 46%, 47%, 46. So you can see this is how it is being consistent, 46, 47. But in the month of November, somewhere around 30.91% net margin. So in the month of November, there was a dent in terms of net margins, maybe because sales was huge and the profits were similar. So if we divide profit by net sales, so definitely if denominator is increased, my overall fraction reduces, so overall margin reduces. So from average 45%, my margin in the month of November reduced to 30.91%, right? So this is how we can see and we can plan. How many customers and orders are received for each state, and is there any problem or is there any pattern you can see? So as we can see here, I created one graph, right, where I showcased you for the Australia map. So for each and every country or each and every state, how many customers are there, how many orders are being booked, what is my profit, what is my shipping cost. So all you can see from tooltip, or you can create another table for this and you can analyze and understand the trends. And what is my average order value for each customer? So average order value for each customer can be calculated. We can have one DAX if we have not already created. So this is my average customers per person per month. Let me just add. If I have to check for countries, I'll go one step down, or what I can do is I can remove the region from here. So these are my top 3 countries on the basis of sales. First is United States, which is giving me sales of $16 lakhs. This is huge. Second is Australia with $445,000. Third is France with $444,000. So yeah, so these are the 3 top countries on the basis of net sales. But if I have to check top 3 countries on the basis of net margin, I'll just sort this on the basis of net margin. My top three are Tunisia, second is UAE, and third is Taiwan. But we should not see the net margins for these kind of countries because the net sale is insignificant. I am getting $2,000 only from Tunisia, from UAE, from Taiwan. Here, if you have to see the significant value, let's say if we see Indonesia, it is giving me $200,000, which is not bad with the margins of 47%. So this is one of the best countries in terms of good net margins with decent sales, right? So these are the questions. This is it. I think this covers the overall case study. Like if you want to analyze the data set, what are the things which you need to see, and what else you can do. It is up to you, up to your imaginations and the company's requirement, because sometimes you don't need to work on these things. Sometimes company asks for some other things. Maybe you have to predict the sales for the next year depending on this particular year, so you have to work on predictive models for that particular case, right? So it all depends on the requirements, but overall if you get this kind of data set, mostly you have to prepare these kind of questions, right? But there are various other columns which I didn't work on this particular data set. For example, shipping date, I didn't calculate what is my aging, how many days are being taken by the order to deliver, right? And then if we have to work on, let's say, segment, so there are, let's say, 3 segments: consumer, corporate, and home office. So I didn't consider this, right? So it depends on the requirements and what are the things that we can work on. So overall, this is it. So this was, I think this was helpful, where you can create a dashboard, a portal, and from there you can navigate to various pages, and then you can create one module inside where you can have 10 or 20 pages. You can navigate from one page to another, and that is like a module for the company that they can use. Alright guys, so this is it. I think this was helpful. If you have any question, you can comment below. You let me know what are the challenges that you are facing while you're creating this kind of report. And if you have further queries related to Power BI or anything related to data analytics, how to become a data analyst, you can mail me, you can comment below. I will happy to assist. Thank you guys for watching this video.